Greetings to all melanated people all around the world. It's really a joy, it's a blessing, it's an honor to be out here in nature and greeting you, bringing a message of joy, peace, and happiness to you. A message of emancipation, a message that would set you free. And as you know, I'm speaking about Abdullah and Neville. And what I really want to bring across to those of you who would listen to me is just to show you how history always repeats itself. And as the old people would have said, that what goes around comes around, and that everything that is in secret, it will surely come to light. Now, when I say history all repeats itself, let us take just a closer look at the relationship between Neville Goddard and Abdullah, who was his mentor. And let us take a look at Abdullah from the standpoint of Abdullah being our ancestor. Because Neville himself said that Abdullah was a black man who was born in Ethiopia. And he said also that Abdullah taught him the law of consciousness. Now, here we see the relationship between a black man and a white man. And we see one being the student and one being the teacher. We see one who was in need. We see one who was in a place of destitution at that point in his life as a dancer, and no one at that time would even pay to see a dancer because it was a great time of depression. And here we see one with such love. Here we see one with such great forgiveness in his heart. One who was so conscious, one who was so upright, one who understands the laws of thoughts, one who understands that basically it is your thoughts that is creating your reality. One who also understood that the Bible must be interpreted psychologically, and that the Bible was used to keep a people in mediocrity. But he was willing not to dispute, not to prove who is right or wrong, but he was willing to teach. Now, let's go right back. Before there was even slavery, that whole scenario between Abdullah and Neville Goddard is teaching us that our ancestors have always been willing and ready to teach. That our ancestors have always been willing and ready to share. That our ancestors had always known the law of consciousness. And they would have all had a long time known that we are to know who we are. That's the reason why they would always teach, know thyself. And here was a black man teaching a white man how to know himself, sending a message of symbology to us also, that we are to learn to know our own selves, know who we are and why we are here. And when we look into the scriptures and understand the scriptures psychologically, we understand that it says that you must seek first the kingdom. And when you find the kingdom, that all these things will be added unto you, which means you will discover the secret of creation. Now, melanated or black people, I want to say melanated or black people, let me say this, that everyone have melanin, but black people have the most melanin within them, because we are more closer to the sun than anyone else upon the face of this earth. But our people have been deprived the most than any other people upon the face of this earth, because many of them have been kept in mental slavery because they do not know their true identity. They do not know their true spirituality. And Abdullah was bringing back that to us. So here we see history repeating itself. Well, here we seeing what was our original belief. That it was all about consciousness. It was all about alignment and being in alignment with the rest of nature. It was understanding symbology. It was being in oneness with everything. And Abdullah was teaching Neville that. So my brother and my sisters, if you're going to take anything away from what I'm saying here to you, is that there's no coincidence. So the black man teaching the white man is not a coincidence. It is a proof of what we stood for and what our ancestors stood for before slavery. And what is in us, why others were willing to enslave us and keep us in mental slavery. But Abdullah teaches us how to understand the law of consciousness and how to use it to wake ourselves up and to be better people and to use our creative power to uplift humanity and to get out of the rat race and out of the matrix by lifting our vibration and lifting our self-esteem. So my brother and my sister, I can't help but bring across this message this way to help our people who've been deceived, our people who have been brainwashed, but showing them there is hope, showing them that history always repeats itself. So let us as a people teach those who wanted to keep us in a perpetual state of mental slavery. Let us teach them the law of consciousness by showing them that we are our ancestors and our ancestors are us also, and we will always stand for the law of consciousness. So with that being said, my brother and my sisters, I hope what I've said, I hope it makes sense to you, and I hope that it helps you in some way or the other. Now at this time I want to give you the sign of enlightenment, the way I would have experienced it, where I would have experienced the awakening from within and burst my crown chakra and come to understand that this message is a single-eye message of self-realization. Now I want to give you the sign of Matthew 6:22, where it says, if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. And I'm saying to you, my brother and my sister, when you have that experience, you come to realize that is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N. You come to also realize that is the dawning of a new day in your life. And that without the sun there is no life and there is no light. And without the human imagination there isn't anything made that was made. And that we are, and that the sun parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun, and we are the people of the sun. Therefore, let us use our mind power to achieve our every desire. So that being said, I want to say peace, love you, I'm out.